Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to a brand new week. It is Monday morning and we are ready to jump right into this week together right here. Our teacher for this week is Jiddu Krishnamurti, and I have a few thoughts from him for you to ponder as you look into your week ahead. Somebody, good morning, happy Monday, welcome to a new week. Right, the first thought from Jiddu Krishnamurti says, in oneself lies the whole world. In oneself lies the whole world. And if you know how to look and learn, the door is there and the key is in your hand. Nobody on earth can give you either the key or the door to open except yourself. The next thought from Krishnamurti. Hang on. A quick hello to everyone that's popped in. Joanne, a very good morning. Stefan, good morning. Danae, good morning. Maggie, good morning. Anthony, good evening. It's really good to see you all. Linda, a very good morning to you. Welcome to the start of a new week. The next thought from Krishnamurti is, the more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Self-knowledge has no end. You don't come to an achievement. You don't come to a conclusion. Knowing yourself is an endless river. I love that so much. He says there is no end to education. It is not that you read a book, pass an examination, and finish with education. The whole of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning. I think it's a beautiful way to start our week. It is all within you. The more you know yourself, the more clarity you will have. There is no end to getting to know yourself, though. You can expect the journey to be endless, but also expect to continue gaining more and more clarity over your direction as you go. But now, can you balance the benefit of having clarity, having a clear intention, with the truth that you'll never actually have certainty? Or will you become stuck in your desire for certainty? Krishnamurti speaks about it this way. He says, the very desire to be certain, to be secure, this is the beginning of bondage. It's only when the mind is not caught in the net of certainty and it is not seeking certainty, that is when you are in a state of discovery. It's very human, of course, to want to reach for certainty. Our very survival nature clings to the illusion of certainty and the need to know that we can survive. But the moment we feel certain about anything, it's like we're shutting a book and no more learning can be done. I just love how clearly Krishnamurti illustrates this by saying that the only way we can remain in a state of discovery is if we let go of our need for certainty. As we jump into this week ahead, this will be a part of our meditation journey. What do you do this week when you encounter the unknown? What do you do this week when you encounter uncertainty? Let's make this the week in which we fully decide to embrace uncertainty, to have our arms always remain open to the unknown. So if you're ready, let's do that. Let's jump off into this week together. You can close your eyes and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. Every time you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. I want to remind you, and I love this reminder at the start of the week, I want to remind you of exactly what you're busy doing right now. Yes, you're breathing, you're inhaling through your nose, not just breathing in and out through your nose, you're filling up your lungs, breathing deep into your belly, rising and falling. You are engaging every cell in your body in this breath. You are getting every cell in your body on board. You are in fact taking your body by the hand, sitting it down and saying to your body, I want you to pay attention because this is how I want us to do this. Having moments in your day during which the only thing you're paying attention to is your breath. Nothing else, everything else for the moment is put down. We're only paying attention to breath. This means you're dropping from your head into your body. You're dropping from busy thoughts into your body. And that is the only answer for busy thoughts, because very often the busier our thoughts are, the less clarity we have. And this is a trap I still find myself falling into sometimes. The less clarity I have, there's a part of me that thinks I just need to think harder. And as I think harder and try and think better, I'm putting more thoughts on top of already busy thinking. You can clearly see what happens, right? That's the wrong direction to try and walk in. If I have a lack of clarity, it is because my thoughts are already too busy. I'm pouring more thoughts on top of busy thoughts. When you look at the brain scans, it's very clear to see that this only ever makes the situation worse, puts your brain in a worse and worse state. When your brain is too busy, you need to walk in the other direction. Drop from your busy head into your body. Feel every inhale as you rise. Feel the softness seep into your body as you exhale. For a moment, the busy thoughts are put down. And your drop into your body gives your brain the opportunity to bring down the brain waves. Not so high and busy, but lower and slower. Sometimes it takes a minute. And sometimes it might take 10. But when you work these moments into your day, you'll find it easier just to get up from your breaths, get up from a few minutes of just breathing, and again, face what it is you're busy dealing with. And you'll feel there's just a little bit less clutter up there. The thoughts come just a little bit more clearly. I hope you remember every day, multiple times this week, to stop for a few big breaths and clean away the cobwebs. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles. Forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. Think of it as trying to get your right ear closer to your right hip and trying to get your left ear closer to your left hip. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we are able to at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness slowly slips in. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throats. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week, your toes sticking right over the edge, ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. Standing at the start of a new week, we'll first remind ourselves of what is known about the week ahead. What is already in the calendar. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take a walk through the week ahead. Walk through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And as you walk through each day, can you see a picture of what happens that day? What is important for that day of this week ahead? Just a reminder of what is known about the week ahead. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? Do you have any goals for the week ahead? Do you have a clear intention for your week? Create for yourself in this moment as much clarity as you can. Perhaps you want to bring to your mind a few goals for this week, or at the very least, just one. Can you create as clear a picture as possible for what you want to accomplish this week? What do you want to create this week? What is your main goal? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, give that picture as much clarity as you can. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself to the end of the week, standing in the weekend and looking back. What would your checklist look like for the end of the week? If you had to go through a checklist and say, I got this done, I got that done, I got started on this one, I made progress on that one. Take a moment to create some clarity around what would your checklist look like when you get to the end of the week. Take your next big breath. Of course, we know that what we know about the week ahead only goes so far. Every week, we know this from experience, we encounter the unknown too. Stumbling blocks, obstacles. Take a moment to remind yourself from your past experience that there will be various unknowns that pop up in the week ahead. Could you prepare yourself for the unknown too? Could you take a moment and remind yourself from the past few weeks that you'll be okay dealing with uncertainty when it shows up? Take your next big breath. Since we were born, our brain has made a recording of everything, all of our past lives in that recording in our mind. That is our known. The only things we really know are the things that lie behind us. So from the known, from what we know, the best we can really do is recreate the past. Repeat the past again and again. The only way that we create new is by becoming a lot more friendly with the unknown. Because we will only ever create new from what we don't know yet. Can you feel yourself becoming a little bit more friendly towards the unknown? Take your next big breath. Let's make this a week of embracing uncertainty. When you come across uncertainty this week, can you see yourself as an explorer and deal with the unknown as an explorer? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, like an explorer, can you see yourself asking questions? Instead of just feeling uncertain or scared, can you see yourself asking questions? Can you see yourself challenging assumptions? Can you see yourself seeking out new perspectives? So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, Make the picture fun. See yourself dressed as an explorer, asking questions, challenging assumptions, trying out new perspectives. Take your next big breath. Let's try one more fun visualization. As you encounter the unknown or uncertainty this week, see yourself as a scientist, standing behind one of those big scientist desks, tables with beakers and bubbling liquid, doing experiments, trying new things. And what is the one thing we know about doing experiments? That they very often don't work and we have to try something else. Try a different ingredient, try a different quantity, make the time shorter or longer. As you face any unknown or uncertainty this week, can you see yourself being a scientist doing experiments, not afraid to make mistakes, but understanding that mistakes are stepping stones to growth? Can you become friendly towards making mistakes? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. And one more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. And as you get ready to dive off into this week, I'll read to you one more time this message today from Jiddu Krishnamurti. He says, "In oneself lies the whole world, and if you know how to look and how to learn, the door is there and the key is in your hand. Nobody on earth can give you either the key or the door to open except yourself. The more you know yourself, the more clarity there is. Self-knowledge has no end. You don't come to an achievement. You don't come to a conclusion. It is an endless river. There is no end to the education. It is not that you read a book, pass an exam, and finish with education. The whole of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning. Slowly, more and more clarity, more and more learning, however, never 100% certainty. And he speaks about certainty this way. Krishnamurti says, the very desire to be certain, to be secure, this is the beginning of bondage. The more strongly we desire certainty, the more we close ourselves to learning. He says it is only when the mind is not caught in the net of certainty and not seeking certainty, that is when the mind is in a state of discovery. Can you make this week a week of discovery? Can you see yourself as an explorer, always ready to welcome the new? And can you see yourself as a scientist, completely expecting that you'll make mistakes and adjust? Because that's how science works. Do an experiment, figure out how it doesn't work, and try something different. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and you are invited to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for this moment to create clarity around my week ahead. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to become friendly with the unknown and uncertainty. Understanding that it is not, none of this is a threat. It all is opportunity. Because the only other option is to repeat the past. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for really getting it, that I can only ever create the new from what I don't know yet. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for putting on your explorer hats and your scientist goggles and walking into the week with open arms towards whatever might be new and uncertain and unknown. Good morning, Grain. Thank you for being here. Leshna, very good morning. Charlene, good morning. Thank you for diving into this new week with us. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Stefan. And whoever else might be in the background. I don't see everyone. I'm trying to remember Danae. Have a great week. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Have a lekker week, eh? Ciao, ciao.